Alright, what's up everybody? This is ASMX Fan Ben. Welcome back to Vassal Campaign Game 4. It is the start of the Cursed Play turn, and I've just spent a while going over all their roles and what they have and different abilities that they can use. Some of them have to be at the beginning of the turn, and some of them don't have to be, but I just try to consolidate a lot of the roles to be as early in the turn as possible, and they've made some plans for what to do with some of those roles if they get them, definitely not all of them. So I'm going to start with the custom Flying Dutchman, which is here in a fog bank. So this one, if you roll a 6, you can place a unique treasure on an enemy ship, which they've been using in a friendly way to benefit the pirates of late. So we're going to try that one. And that one does have reroll with it. So I didn't get it. I'm going to reroll. Still didn't get it. All right. So that one doesn't work this turn. They also have a global reroll on that one through Kalfu. And I actually forgot as well. He has another ability. If you roll a 6, you can change the result of any other die roll to a 6. Okay, so that one didn't work either. And since the global reroll is different than the regular reroll, it can stack with this one. So I think I'm going to go ahead. I think I want to use that here. Actually, no, I don't. I don't really want to, because the pirates don't need a UT badly enough. And the curse, at least this turn, they're not planning to place a negative UT or a positive one, for that matter, on an enemy ship, just in general. So they're going to save Kalfu's global reroll for later. So I'm just going to make a note of that in my Vassal document. And then we'll go to the arcane rolls next. So just like the pirates, they have 3 sources of being able to copy the arcane's ability, which allows you to bring in a unique treasure from outside the game on a 6 and place it on a friendly ship. So the first iteration of that is through Davy Jones, the original copier from the Davy Jones Curse set that you're probably familiar with. He is on the Pantheon, and through a plethora of +1 bonuses, this is actually going to succeed on a 3 through 6. Because she's got +1, 3 different separate sources with different triggers. First, though, we've got the Gilded Figurehead. So there is that equipment on the Pantheon. So we're going to roll for that first. And we immediately get a 6. So this one is guaranteed to work. So, but they don't want to, they can save a Gilded Figurehead. It's only 1 gold. But if they get it with a different one, they can use it elsewhere. One thing that's really interesting that I haven't thought about is if they could free transfer this to the island. And then, no, it says, okay. It says you may use that result to replace the result of any one die roll made for this ship this turn. So I guess after you roll, you can't unload it and then have it loaded up by another ship. That wouldn't work. All right, so anyway. But they don't, if they get the roll normally after Gilded Figurehead, they won't need that 6 from Gilded Figurehead. So basically, Gilded Figurehead, that 6, can be used to replace the result of another die roll made for the ship this turn, but they might as well save the 1 gold if they can through getting a 3 through 6 normally, and they do. So the 4 gets plussed up to a 6, so they get the first arcane roll to work no problem. Pretty good odds actually, 2/3 of the time it'll work. So this is going to be pretty predictable, but they're going to go ahead and bring in Hidden Trove and place it on the Mama and Bridget, which is docked at their home island. And that one's just going to redock later this turn. But first, they're going to try to use Evenstar to triple the value of that. So with that, they're going to try to bring in Evenstar through the Spiral Chaos. So Nuva, the Nuva unique treasure that the Bone Brothers made, is on the Pantheon, and it allows a crew on that ship to basically be copied by a different crew on a ship with an S of her, which will be the Spiral Chaos through her helmsman, I believe, copying Davy Jones, and through Davy Jones copying the Arcane. But there is a Gilded Figurehead on Spiral Chaos as well for more redundancy with the rolling. Okay, so that one didn't work, but we still have the regular roll, and then we still have a reroll as well on Spiral Chaos. So neither of those worked, and now the Cursed are going to use their reusable Runes of Thor, which they have on the Chimeratron Legacy with Nemo's Plans. Basically a reusable auto 6 once per turn, and they're going to use that to force this roll to a 6 So they failed the rolls, but then they still have the backup of the auto 6. This is used to bring in Evenstar. And this one, this is loaded face down, takes up 3 spaces, blah, blah, blah. So Mama and Brigitte, she has 4 spaces available. So those 2 will be used to give the Cursed a massive amount of gold. I'll calculate it right now real quick. So the beginning of the pirate turn, there were 394 ships in play. They sank 6 Barbary Corsair ships, knocking the total ships in play down to 388. But then they launched 44 new ships. So now we're at 432 total ships in play. So times 2 from Hidden Trove is 864 gold. And then you multiply that by 3, because Evenstar triples it, and we get a grand total of 2,592 gold. So that's what the Mama and Brigitte will unload at the home island once she is given a move action to redock, and that will be added to the cursed total of 1,351 gold, which brings us to almost 4,000. So they're going to have 3,943 gold with which to launch. And although they already had a lot of gold, they didn't know for sure if it would cover what they'll launch this turn, because they anticipate, I think, having 3 launch points, because they have the home island and now they have 2 operational Figlar castles, both of which have been upgraded, fort upgrades. So they're going to be able to launch from the Fort Whirlpool, or the Whirlpool Fort, I should say, 2 different ones of that, plus the home island. So 3 launch points. I don't know if the 1,300 gold would cover that. Probably, but you never know, especially with all the custom 10 masters they have. So they just wanted to make sure they stock up on gold this turn, just like the pirates. So they'll be doing that. But the launch comes after the play turn, so no need to worry about that right now. And the last Arcane Copier is on the Royal Feces, which is a ship that has the Eye of Insanity UT, which allows you to copy any other cursed crew in play by essentially like turning one of the ship's crew into the crew that you copy. And of course, what are they going to copy? The copier, Davy Jones. So copy the copier. The copier is used to copy the Arcane's ability, and we're going to go at it again. But this one also has a gilded figurehead on board, so we're going to try to roll a 6 with that. We did not. Now we're going to roll normally, copying Arcane, and then we've got reroll as well. Okay, so they only got 1 out of 3 Arcane rolls to work normally, but with the auto 6, they're able to bring in 2 UTs from outside the game, both on Mama and Brigitte. She'll redock later this turn, so the Cursed are still happy enough with that result. So nothing to worry about there. They really only need 1 Arcane roll to work naturally in order to get both UTs. So once they had that, pretty much knew they were good at that point to get that massive windfall of over 2,500 gold in a single turn. And now we roll into the Admiral's action phase, and they've got, I had to calculate it. Last round they had like 4 A's, I think, but they launched a ton more. So now they have 9, and 4 of them have reroll. So I'm going to go through this faster than the Arcane stuff. So this is 1. Oh wow, okay. So they're 1 for 1 already, and that means the Organist did not use his reroll. So that's interesting. Antros and Crusher Core are the next pair to go at it. That one doesn't work, so 1 for 2 now. The next one is Witch Queen Salem and Stenosis. So Salem, Witch Queen Salem's got the AA. Stenosis for reroll didn't work. So 1 for 3 there. The Shadow King and Bitil are the next pair of AA and reroll. A lot of 4s here, so that one did not work either. So 1 for 4. And now we've got the next 5 are all without reroll. Grand Sage Miletus, Throne of the Antichrist, Moon Sorcerer, Marcus Augustine, and Archbishop Fiend. So those 5 are the other sources of AA. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice. They got 2 more. So they actually have 3 AAs, which is pretty darn good. All right. That's exciting. So I'm going to record that in my document as well. Nice. This game has become quite an interesting tracking. I don't want to say problem, but it's become quite the game to try to track what's happening. So 3 AAs plus Barst, because they have a custom crew that's just like Lord Micron. Alrighty. It's crazy just trying to track all the abilities that they're using. And just the beginning of turn rolls for the Pirates and Curse take a while. Speaking of which, we'll go into the others. So unlike the Pirates, the Curse have a multitude of other D6 effects that they might as well roll for early on. I don't really see any harm in just getting it out of the way. And that way it produces some flexibility throughout the turn, because they know what they have at their disposal. Alright, so the first one, Berserk Overlord. So he has an action, he has like something that happens on every single number. Oh, nice. I think that's another AA. Yeah, okay, so Berserk Overlord from Pirates of the Epic Seas, custom set from yours truly. 5 is another AA. So now they're up to 4 AAs plus Barst. So essentially 5 ships in their fleet can be given 2 actions. Any 5. Man, this is crazy. This is nasty. This could not bode well for some factions. Possibly the Spanish, I think. Alright, so next one is High Command, Throne of the Antichrist. This one is a 5 for Admiral's action, 6 for an enemy action. So that one didn't work. And then All Powerful, Tychon on the Colossal Rupture as All Powerful. Oh my god, another AA. That's crazy. This is nuts. Alright, they're getting really lucky now. That might be more than they really even want. They don't even have that much combat going on right now. It might allow them to help the pirates more than they were expecting to, potentially. This is crazy. Alright. So All Powerful gives them another AA. And then Baron Criminel. Roll a 6 to give an enemy ship an action. Alright, so trying to get a 6 here. Nope. And then Ring Besis has SAT and L moving. I don't know if you can combine those. Okay, so I didn't get the SAT, so that's not even a problem. I'm asking Wolf at the rule set if he can use same action twice in conjunction with L moving to do L mover twice from the same source. But he still has a 5/6 to L move. Okay, so that didn't work either, so now I got 3 ones in a row. Alright, so no L moving there. Magnesis, another custom crew for myself. Move enemy ships on a 4 through 6. Can only move them S, but okay, nice. Alright, so he gets it. So an enemy ship can be moved S on a 4 through 6. Okay. And then Spiral Chaos on a 5 or 6. She can move an enemy ship that's already within L of a whirlpool into that whirlpool and choose the exit location. So this was used, I think, last round to sink the Colector del Dia, I believe, the Spanish fleet. This time it doesn't work. Not high enough on the roll. And then we've got Trade Current generation through Celestine and Master Scribe. So I'll go... I don't know if they have any trade currents in play, actually. I mean, if I get a bad roll on Celestine, I'll find out for sure. But let's roll that one first. Okay, so she can place 1. Master Scribe, regular navigator ability, also gets a 6. So 2 trade currents can be placed this turn as well for the cursed. This is nuts. Okay, and then I think that does it actually. So those are all the cursed beginning of turn type D6 rolls and whatnot that I'm aware of. So all told, they're pretty happy. They got an Arcane roll, which allowed them to get 2 UTs using the auto 6 for one of the other Arcane rolls. So they'll get a huge windfall of gold. They got 3 out of their 9 AAs from normal AA sources, and then 2 of their 3 other potential sources of AA also worked and got lucky on 5s. So combine that with Barst, and they can give 6 second actions to any ships in their fleet, which is a full half dozen, which is one of the higher totals I've ever seen actually in any game. So pretty crazy. And then I've got mover ability as well and a couple trade currents they could put in a strategic spot if they want to use them this turn. So thanks for watching. I'll put more CG4 content up, and eventually this video will have a link to the full battle report in the description or in a comment. So thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more CG4 action.